What's going on, guys? It's Kude here, and today we have a massive video going over everything you need to know about Update 4.0. The predictions, of course, because none of this information is going to be 100% confirmed, but I have some decent proof to back things up and examples. This video is going to be split up into 3 parts. We have 3 videos I really want to get out there, but I can't do them all in one video. There's just too much. Way too much, and if we want everyone to see this, it needs to be split up because they want to pick which video they want to watch and then come to the next one if they want to watch that later. Next off, please watch this video from start to finish. Please, 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 please. I know it's weird to ask at the beginning of a video to watch the whole thing. You want to get the best understanding of all the predictions in this video and not misinterpret anything. So make sure to get all the context you need. Update 4.0 is massive. It is absolutely massive if it is the next update. However, it could be 3.8, but there's some indications that say this is going to be bigger than 3.8. Now, let's first start with what are the parts going to be for this video. This video is going to be the upcoming 4.0 update predictions, what I think needs to come. Also, the towers that they should have done, the characters that will be coming up next most likely, and also the anniversary of Mortal Kombat as a franchise. We'll hint at that in a second. But for the next part, it's going to be the Halloween discounts. Yes, the Halloween discounts, because I know a lot of people have been wondering, what are the packs going to be for the Halloween discounts? Okay, and trust me, I'm going to have some information regarding that. It's not confirmed, but it's strongly accurate due to repeating same discounts for the most part. But that's going to be the next part. And the third one is just going to be a surprise video. I think it's going to be helpful for beginners. Let's just say that. And it does involve some use of something like this, okay? Maybe that's your hint. I'm sure you know I've done a video similar to it before. Anyways, Sorcerers Tower repeats. It was extended by 7 days. Wow. That's a long time. It was going to end on September 27th, but then it got extended to October 4th. It's weird because they told us after MK Mobile was shut down in Belgium, they said the next content update is when you guys will be able to play the game till. But the next content update in their message was September 28th. September 27th was supposed to be the end of the tower, and then the next day would be the update. But now, that seems to not be the plan. There must be some major development going on, and I'm sure I'm going to get a comment or two about the server lag. They had 2 server maintenances to fix performance. And it's funny and sort of ironic that after that, a couple days in, I noticed the server was starting to lag majorly. I'm going to show you a screenshot right now of what happens when you log into an account by just typing in the email and password. That pop-up happens a lot of the time. And that's because there are some major issues with logging in, stability, and we don't really know what's going on there. They're actively working on the game, trying to fix servers. Why might that be? Because the next update might be crazy. 2 server maintenances in the middle of the next update coming up. Huh. That's freaking weird. We've never had that before because that usually comes after a big update and then they have to fix a few things. No, this is like way into the end of this update that they were working on the servers. So it got me thinking, just what might they have up their sleeve? Is Nightmare Tower going to come? And also, if it's going to come, when? Now, unfortunately, I can't give 100% proof of these things. But I have some extremely good news that would say that Nightmare Tower could actually be the next tower, or maybe coming, and I have an exact date for you. So number 1, why do I think Nightmare Tower is coming? Because Kude, Sorcerer's Tower was the repeat, and then the next tower is going to be new. And usually, it lasts 60 days, the new tower does. And then after the 60 days are up, we get a repeat tower. Now, the Nightmare Tower isn't going to happen in November because that wouldn't make any sense. That'd be super boring. No one would want to have a Nightmare Tower in November. People want it in October for Halloween, of course. Well, the good news is that it's going to probably happen, and here's how. Because in 2021, when they dropped the Nightmare Tower, it was before the fatal Earthrealm Tower. So yes, my friends, Earthrealm Tower was 10-15 days in, and then they dropped the Nightmare Tower alongside the Earthrealm Normal, which means they did a repeat before they did the Fatal Tower, which is abnormal. They don't usually do that. But for Nightmare Tower, they make an exception, because guess what? It's going to be October, and they had an update around that time. So they need to be able to drop the Nightmare Tower still, even though normally we have to wait 60 days for the repeat to come. So that's good news. And okay, but when's the actual date? Last year, it was October 14th. The update's going to be on October 4th or 5th, right? Most likely, since the Sorcerer's Tower is going to be ending on that exact day. With that being said, then the Nightmare Tower repeat should come out on October 14th, 15th, or maybe October 20th, around that time. The discounts start around October 21st, usually for the Halloween. So that's a good time for the Nightmare Tower to come out. And I just wanted to say this now because I got this part wrong in the video. But Nightmare Tower repeat is possible for the next update without needing to go through the Fatal first and also the Normal Tower. We can have both the new Normal Tower and Nightmare Tower side by side. But Nightmare Tower could be the first Fatal to come out 3 times. Anyways, guys, let's get right back to the topic. Why are all these towers enabled in my game? Why is this? Because I wanted to go over what they should have done with the repeat. I want to show you visually what they should have done, and I'm going to explain a few things. Number 1, Lin Kuei Tower. One of these should have came back, and it wouldn't be this one. Why? Because this tower is called Winter Tower 2020. Kude, that says Lin Kuei Tower, not Winter Tower. Yes, I am well aware that says Lin Kuei Tower, but that's actually Winter Tower 2020 in their game files. That's what they named it. So, with that being said, this version most likely won't be coming back because it's literally called Winter Tower 2020. It is for 2020 and has nothing to do with the new years. But Lin Kuei Tower, the original, it should have came back. Why? Because this was the first ever tower and the last tower in the game to include a confirmed specific epic equipment card. Kuai Yang's Scepter was guaranteed at the Battle 200 reward. That's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. And you would also get one of these cards at the Tower 200 reward. Not too bad. But for the 2020 version, people want to know just how much of a downgrade it was. Let's compare it visually right here, right now. That's the boss, much harder. And this is all you get. They took the epic and they sliced it. Putting this version of the Lin Kuei was mandatory. They should have put this right next to the Sorcerer's Tower, and we could have had 2 repeats at once because we cannot have 1 normal tower repeat. If we're going to have a normal tower repeat in the future, there needs to be 2. 1 normal and 1 fatal. People liked having a normal option, but you have to back it up. And there are some fatals that I wanted to address here. Any one of these would have worked. Everyone would have been happy with just one of these. Shurayu, Adenian, Black Dragon, or Tower of War, the second Tower of War, or Cold War Tower. Now you're probably going, hey Kude, what's the first Tower of War look like? Well, nothing special. This is the first version in 2019. And you know what's interesting about the Tower of War that a lot of people don't know about? It was never called Tower of War. In fact, towers were never even mapped out to begin with. This tower, when it was first released, was called Holiday Tower. This was supposed to be a holiday. They didn't even intend for this to be like a thing that happens often or every update. It just was a smash hit. And they went, wow, we should just do this more often. So this is Tower 200 for Tower of War. And this was the reward, just Black Dragon Cabal. Pretty bad, actually. There's no boss fights because there's no bosses. It's just no equipments at all. Now, the Tower of War repeat. It was okay. Visuals were updated majorly. The boss was 10 times more difficult. And the reward was just still another diamond. This repeat would have worked still to be alongside the Sorcerer's Tower. And Kude, why are you mentioning this? There's like no time left. Yeah, there is. The 7 days they used to extend this Sorcerer's Tower for the next update could have been used to have any one of these repeats next to it. And I know it sounds far-fetched, but really is it? Because with a snap of their fingers, they could enable any tower they want on our side. Any one of these. They have so many to pick from. Why didn't they? Well, there's some speculation. We'll see with the next update and confirm whether they did that or not. The Cold War Tower still has yet to be talked about ever since its removal. And I wonder, when will it be time to return this tower? Honestly, you could just rename this tower and rename the items if it's really that big of a deal. And no one will care. People just want to play MK Mobile. Anyways, what will the next tower be? We still have 4 poll winners. Injustice 2 Subzero, MK11 Mileena, Corrupted Shinnok, and MK11 Frost. Coup-day. These poll winners. How do you know they're real? Because 6 out of the 10 poll winners that have won all came to Mortal Kombat, and not a single one deviated. Every single update, at least one of those poll winners came. The only exception was this one because it was Joker. But Joker was a poll winner just for an older poll back in 2020. So that still leaves 2021's poll results up in the air. There's still a few that need to come to the game. Here's a problem though. There's not a single one here that's horror themed. There's no Halloween theme at all for any of these characters. So what are they gonna do? Are they gonna have to change something? I think so, because if they just bring 2 new towers, it's gonna go on for 60 days. Then the next repeat's gonna happen, and by then, Halloween's already done. People are phasing out. Nobody wants to even care about Halloween. Okay, well, if the next tower isn't Halloween themed, then what theme will it actually be, and what will it be? First off. Okay, well, the name, I can't come up with any names. I'll be honest with you guys. There's so many towers in this game, I just lost names and colors. They could make it any color or any name, honestly. But the character is all that matters. Whatever character that Mortal Kombat decides to tease for the next character here is what the next tower is going to be themed after. So if you look back, Joker with Twisted Tower was themed after Joker. Dark Queen's Tower was themed after Sindel. Earthrealm Tower was themed after Nightwolf, and Elderwind Tower was themed after Fujin. Also, side tangent, if Corrupted Shinnok is the next character to be released and the new tower is made after Corrupted Shinnok, then Cassie Cage should be the next person to get her brutality in the game, because there is a Diamond Cassie Cage, and maybe we could even get a new Cassie Cage, I don't know, for like the side character. But the reason why I would say Cassie Cage is going to get her brutality if Corrupted Shinnok comes and he's the next tower that they're basing it off of is because Cassie Cage defeats Shinnok in MKX, so they could give some cool brutality gear for her defeating Shinnok. You never know, you never know. So if the next character is Corrupted Shinnok, let's say, hypothetically, the next tower is going to be Corrupted Shinnok themed. That could be Elder God, that could be any sort of theme, honestly, that's kind of corrupt. And maybe that is the Halloween theme that they're going to go with. Because I can think of only one Halloween scary character, and that's Corrupted Shinnok. Really. If they do make a Halloween themed tower, what's going to happen to Nightmare in Tower of Horror? Unfortunately, they may be lost for good. Unless the developers decide to make the next update special. And they do something crazy. Game Pass was teased by Mick Pat. So I'm pretty sure Game Pass is going to be coming out with the next update. It'll pass our expectations. But that cannot be all that's coming in the next update. There has to be some major changes. Other predictions to note. More classic characters like Johnny Cage, Kung Lao, Stryker. That's definitely possible. More than possible to bring classic characters like Johnny Cage, Kung Lao, Stryker. Definitely. But what we really need from this update is a new currency. New soul packs. And characters need to be promoted to diamonds. I like Man's 5v5. It's a cool combo or system. There needs to be a game mode where people can grind from start to finish with no limitations. Think about it. So there's Genshin Impact, right? And there's themed or limited events where you can only do events one by one in that game. But there's a thing called the story mode, and you can play it from start to finish. Now, the story mode is different because Mortal Kombat can't have a story mode. It's just way too much information for them to pack in, and honestly, that's going to take too much storage. But what they can do is make a game mode that is something everybody can grind start to finish and work on and spend a lot of time on. However, I don't think that's going to be the next update, unfortunately, because they haven't had enough time to develop it. Or they maybe have, and they've been working on that for so many updates, and that's why these updates have felt maybe a little lackluster. We don't know for sure, but for characters to be promoted to diamonds, there's characters like Classic Katana. Here, let me go pull them up. Injustice Scorpion needs to be promoted because Injustice 2 Sub-Zero won the polls, but Injustice 2 Scorpion still exists in the game. What are they going to do about him? He needs to be upgraded to Diamond to fit in with the Injustice team. We have Injustice 2 Raiden, Injustice 2 Sub-Zero, but then we would have no third Injustice character. So definitely an Injustice Scorpion needs to be made, or they need to be a new Injustice character so they could have an update with Injustice 2 Sub-Zero and another Injustice character. That'd be kind of interesting. Don't know what they would do for that, to be honest. They could just remake Scorpion, but leaving the old one would just be very weird. Also, another character that needs to be promoted, Lizard Baraka. It's ridiculous. If the next update contains a diamond that just is limited to gold on purpose, so that they can limit it, like Lizard Baraka and Classic Shang Tsung, don't count me in because I don't want that. New soul packs need to be added to the game as well, but also a new currency that we can spend to get new characters. How can you obtain this currency? Through this new event that you can grind start to finish, or a new game mode / event that you can earn this currency from, because souls are worthless. And I think the game devs know too many souls exist. The currency is inflated. There's too many people who have souls, so they want to do something about that by not doing anything at all. And that's not cool. Don't just do nothing at all. Do something. And that's why I think a new currency to buy newer characters and older characters alike. And diamonds like this. When you go to the character shop, there should be a separate one for characters, and you could buy it with this new currency. And they rotate every day where you can buy any diamond, and then the new characters are added in the next update. Also, the anniversary of Mortal Kombat. It's coming up on October 8th. The update is on October 4th. A lot of people have been wondering, are they going to celebrate the anniversary of Mortal Kombat? Well, I can't answer that now. Well, then why'd you include it in the video? Because next update, I will be able to answer that question. I will be able to see the packs in the game files, and we're going to see whether there are packs or events based on the anniversary. I wanted to put this in because I maybe can't answer it now, but I certainly can after the next update takes place. And I know it's going to be close to October 8th by then, but it's still amazing that I'll be able to answer that question. They've been extremely quiet lately, and I think that might be from working on something so massive. I don't know. Anyways, guys, that is going to wrap up this video. 4.0 is among us. I'm not sus. Peace out.
Show some fight.